So hello everyone, welcome to Impact Career Tutorials. Aji I hope apnalokor sobore prelims to bhalke gol. The paper was relatively very different. Last 2 years of pattern or bahut beleg hoy. Seemingly okoman easy side ot ba mediumly easy side ot ami kobo paro kele kobo paro hekhini in the analysis ami sam, okay? Junto analysis ete koribo goi asu analysis to ami sam, okay? So firstly I want to just break the paper into many parts, into different sections, okay? Junto major sections ami dekha paisu, major sections ginga dekha paisu ekita mostly amar junkita common sessions thake history, polity, tapsot ki boli koy history, polity, environment, miscellaneous GK, geography gutekhini mili pele amar paper khon hoy, thik ase? Environment, economics, science, current affairs, gutekhini junkhini usually ahe hekhini ami dekha paisu. So ami already analysis korilu, ami already salu je kenaka dhৰণৰ questions ahise. So let us give a brief overview. So ancient Indian history pra ami dekha paisu Indus Valley civilization sites ahise, Buddhism and Jainism or pra Mahavira uport ahise, rock cut temples or uport ahise, Vedic ages or pra river Saraswati uport questions ahise. Similarly modern and medieval history pra freedom struggle lor uport ahise, literature uport ahise. Aru Assam history pra mostly ami dekha paisu je Assam history pra ami dekha paisu je Ahom rulers chronology ahise, early inscriptions, colonial era kotha ahise, foreign travelers, historical literature ekhini ahise in Assam history. So this is section 1. Section 2 ami polity ami dekhisu notun junlak dynamic part ot Bharate Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita uport ahise, transgender personal bills or uport ahise, executive action like prorogation or uport ahise, kenake prorogation mane ki, Niti Aayog structure, lateral entry in civil services, PVTG's criteria, Supreme Court privacy rulings on Meta WhatsApp 2026 or current affairs. Assam specific ahise Assam Panchayat Act state commissions or uport ahise, beleg state commissions junlak establish kora hoise, aru static kor junkhini main bostu junkhini every year ahi thake hekhini ami dekha paisu hekhini ahi ase je schedules ahise, 8 schedule languages, articles ahise, Supreme Court or uport ahise, okay? Tapsot geography ami saisu equatorial countries, ocean currents, straits or uport questions ase, canals or uport questions ase, volcanoes and islands. Indian geography uporat ebar okoman deep humai goise jot ami rock systems of India uport questions hudise, chronologically arrange koribo dise, climate, monsoon patterns, El Nino effect. Aru Assam geography uport ebar bahut kita questions ami dekha paisu, especially on river systems, topography, demographics junto human geography pore, aru infrastructure ot amar code ase, especially stations blak customs or stations blak hekhini upor eta question ahise. Next we have the economics or amar economic theory upor question ahise. So more economic theory eta class paraisilu just before prelims. So he tare upor amar bahut direct questions ahise, sustainable development upor ahise, institutional economics, poverty line definition, poverty line junkhini ma class ot korwa hoisile hekhini uporte ahise, basic needs capability human capital tar upor ahise, and of course macro indicators, GST, global finance, schemes ahise, stand up India, Swarna Jayanti, Sahari Rozgar Yojana, Ahomor schemes, of course Orunodoy scheme, Arogya Nidhi, NRLM, Guru Dakshina, Mukhyamantri Jibon Prerana scheme tar upor questions ahise, thik ase? Etia aru kisman science or upor ebar ami dekha paisu physics or question ahise on refractive index, okoman science or question ami more leaning towards science, more leaning toward 11-12 science ami dekha paisu jot okoman hoyto ji hokolor 11-12 ot science asle teolokor okoman beshi advantage hoi jay in this respect, jot chemistry, physics, botany aru emerging tech ot quantum computing, AI upor ahise, biology, botany, transpiration process, scientific discoveries or upor ahise, okay? Then we come to current affairs mostly ami dekhisu summits janeke BRICS summit, CM's green fellowship, okay? Assam's recognized classical status jundu hoise. So current affairs not only related to 2026 but even 2024 or current affairs ami dekha paisu. Strait of Hormuz conflict যোনটো ইজৰাইল আৰু ইৰাণ আৰু ইউএছৰ কনফ্লিক্ট তাৰ ওপৰত আমি দেখা পাইছোঁ ফিফা ৱৰ্ল্ড কাপৰ ওপৰত কুৱেশ্যন আহিছে জাষ্ট একদম ৰিচেণ্ট কাৰেণ্ট এফেয়াৰ্ছ তাৰপিছত মিলিটাৰী অপাৰেশ্যনৰ ক্ৰনলজি এণ্ড মায়াংক চক্ৰৱৰ্তীৰ ওপৰত আহিছে দিছ ইজ আণ্ডাৰ 19 দেন ইকলজি এণ্ড এনভাইৰনমেণ্টত এইকেইটা আমাৰ বহুতকেইটা কুৱেশ্যনছ কাভাৰ হৈছে স্পেচিয়েলি ৰিলেটেড টু আছাম আছামত প্ৰটেক্টেড লাইফ প্ৰটেক্টেড এৰিয়াজৰ ওপৰত ৰিপৰ্টিং এণ্ড ষ্টেটাছ IUCN ষ্টেটাছ ৰিপৰ্টিং IUCN কনজাৰ্ভেশ্যন ষ্টেটাছ কেনেকুৱা হয় ৰিপৰ্টছৰ ওপৰত আহিছে ক্লাইমেট টেকৰ ওপৰত আহিছে যেনেকৈ ডাইৰেক্ট এয়াৰ কেপচাৰ টেকনলজি কি হয় গ্ৰীণ ক্লাইমেট ফাণ্ড কি হয় নেশ্যনেল প্লেন অন ক্লাইমেট চেঞ্জ হিষ্টৰিকেল মুভমেণ্ট চিপকো আপিকো তাৰপিছত নৰ্মদা বাচাও আন্দোলন বায়োগ্ৰাফিক জ'নছ অফ ইণ্ডিয়া আহিছে স্পিচিছ ডাইভাৰ্চিটি আৰু ট্ৰপিকেল ৰেইন ফৰেষ্ট ডিষ্ট্ৰিবিউশ্যন এই গোটেইখিনি হ'ল ইকলজি এনভাইৰনমেণ্টৰ কুৱেশ্যনছ ঠিক আছে এণ্ড দেন উই কাম টু মিছেলেনিয়াছ পাৰ্ট য'ত বহুত বুকছ এণ্ড অথৰ্ছ এবাৰো সোধা গৈছে স্পেচিয়েলি ইণ্ডিয়ান ক্লাছিকেল লিটাৰেচাৰ এবাৰ ইণ্ডিয়ান ক্লাছিকেল লিটাৰেচাৰৰ ওপৰত এনেকৈ গোদানৰ ওপৰত দেৱদাসৰ ওপৰত গাইডৰ ওপৰত কুৱেশ্যন আহিছে লিংগুইষ্টিক ছাৰ্ভে অফ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ ওপৰত আহিছে তাৰপিছত জেনেৰেল ট্ৰিভিয়াৰ ওপৰত আহিছে যেনেকৈ মৌলডেৰ ওপৰত এটা কুৱেশ্যন আহিছে ভেৰি ইণ্টাৰেষ্টিং কুৱেশ্যন একচুৱেলি তাৰ পৰা মই দেখাম কেনেকৈ গেছ কৰিব পাৰা এবাউট দ্য মৌলডে GI টেগছ অফ ইণ্ডিয়া চিভিলিয়ান অনাৰ্ছ ভূপেন হাজৰিকাৰ ওপৰত ইণ্ডিয়ান নলেজ ছিষ্টেম ফৰ্মাৰ চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ্ছ তাৰপিছত আৰ্ট এণ্ড কালচাৰ অফ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট ফেষ্টিভেলছ অফ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট এথনিক ড্ৰেছেছ আমাৰ এটা ক্লাছ হৈছিলে ট্ৰাইবছ অফ আছাম তাত আমি এথনিক ড্ৰেছেছখিনি কাভাৰ কৰিছিলোঁ ডান্স ফৰ্ম এণ্ড কমিউনিটিজ নিঅ' বৈষ্ণৱিজম samhitas এই গোটেইখিনি কাভাৰ হৈছে আমাৰ জেনেৰেল ট্ৰিভিয়াত অ'কে চ' বিফৰ আই ষ্টাৰ্ট অফ উইথ দ্য ছেশ্যন আই জাষ্ট ৱান্ট টু চে ডেট এইটো আমি এই তোমালোকে পৰীক্ষা দিছা খতম কৰিছা 12টা বজাৰ পৰা এতিয়ালৈকে আমি যিমান পাৰোঁ সেইখিনিৰ টাইমৰ ভিতৰতে যিমান আনচাৰ্ছ আমি ওলাব পাৰোঁ আমি যিমান ৰিচাৰ্চ কৰিব পাৰোঁ সেইখিনি কৰি পেলাই আমি এইখিনি আনচাৰ্ছ লৈ আনিছোঁ চ' আই উড জাষ্ট লাইক টু টেল ইউ ডেট যদি আই এম চিয়'ৰ বাই ইভিনিং আনচাৰ কি ওলাই যাব চ' আনচাৰ কি মেইন আনচাৰ কি লগত মিলাই চাব পাৰা তোমালোকে এণ্ড দিছ ইজ জাষ্ট ব্ৰিফ অভাৰভিউ আই এম চিয়'ৰ তোমালোকৰ অকণমান ভয় লাগি আছে যে কি হয়নো কাৰেক্ট আনচাৰ জানিব মন গৈ আছে চ' সেইটো কাৰণে একচুৱেলি উই হেভ ব্ৰট আপ this discussion okay so before starting I would also like to ask you all je moi pahori jam he karone moi koi disu je amar description not eta link dia ase tentative cut off form bili tentative cut off form khonat goi pelai tumalake এইটো এনালাইসিসৰ পিছত বা অফিচিয়েল এনালাইসিসৰ পিছত তোমালোকৰ কিমান কাট অফ হয় please try to comment there please try to go and fill the form and let us know our cut off কোনটো ৰেঞ্জৰ ভিতৰত পৰিছে so that আমি এক সপ্তাহ বা 5 দিন মানৰ পিছতে আমি কাট অফ প্ৰেডিকচন এটা কৰিব পাৰো ওকে এভৰি ইয়াৰ আমি কাট অফ প্ৰেডিকচন কৰো through that হে সেম সিমিলাৰ মেথড দি এবাৰ আমি কৰিব গৈ আছো ওকে so let us start off with the analysis okay so the first question was arrange the following rock systems of India in chronological order so chronological order arrange koribo dise Dharwar rock system Vindhyan rock system Archean rock system Gondwana rock system okay so yet the oldest rock system is the Archean rock system Archean or pisot Archean যদি chronologically arrange কৰো কোনটো ফার্স্ট তাৰ পিছত কোনটো আহে so this is D is the correct answer for number 1 question then consider the following pairs alluvial soil of Brahmaputra and Brahma Valley পোৱা যায় red soil Karbi Anglong and North Kachar Hills পোৱা যায় আৰু lateritic soil Meghalaya Plateau fringe area sandy soil River Islands so actually all of these are correct so 1 2 3 and 4 D is the correct answer okay next which of the following pairs regarding the festival of Northeast are incorrectly matched so yet so it is a very important thing incorrectly matched Moatsu Festival Nagaland, Biswagus Festival Meghalaya. This is not Meghalaya, this is of the Boro community of Assam. So this is not correctly matched. Sangai Festival Manipur, Thambal Chongpa, this is of Hello, am I audible? Hello. যিসকলে চাই আছে মোৰ মাতটো শুনা পাইছেনে? হেল্ল' শুনা পাইছা যদি প্লিজ কমেণ্ট কৰা। So Thangbal Chongba juntu ase, this is not of Mizoram, this is of Manipur. So 2 and 4 are incorrect. Incorrectly hodise, so 2 and 4 are incorrect. ঠিক আছে? Okay. So continuing, next we come to question number 4. Which of the following statements about the languages of India are correct? India is 22 languages listed in the 8th schedule. Tapsat, Tamil is the oldest surviving language in India. Hindi is the mother tongue for 50% of India's population. Sanskrit is recognized as a classical language but is spoken as a mother tongue by less than 1%. Okay, so here which of these are incorrect? So 50% of the population India Hindi mother tongue nohoy, it is 43.6%. Okay, so this is wrong. So 1, 2 and 4 are correct. It is basically সেইকাৰণে মই কৈছোঁ এবাৰ আই থিংক চ' দ্য কুৱেশ্যন পেপাৰ পেটাৰ্ণ ইজ ৰিলেটিভলি ইজি যদি এটাই তোমালোকে এলিমিনেট কৰি দিব পাৰা আনচাৰটো একচুৱেলি ওলাই যায় বাট আই এম চিয়'ৰ ইন দ্য এক্সাম হল ইট ইজ ভেৰি ডিফাৰেণ্ট এটমছফিয়াৰ ইজ দেৰ বহুত তোমাৰ প্ৰেছাৰ থাকে অ'কে চ' নেক্সট Arrange the following tribes of Assam in descending order of population. Population or descending order arrange korbo dise. So ami janu je first is the Boro tribe, sabse highest, followed by the missing tribe. Next followed by the followed by the Karbi tribe, and last is the Rabha tribe. So ami jodi sao first Boro. So eta jodi tumi jana Boro tribe is the highest boli jodi jana tumi automatically answer to pai jwa. বুজিছানে বস্তুটো চ' সেইকাৰণে দিছ ইজ মাই প্ৰেডিকশ্যন দেট দিছ টাইম দ্য কাট অফ মাইট গ' আ ভেৰি হাই এনেও বহুত কম পষ্ট চ' কাট অফ ইজ গোইং টু গ' হাই এণ্ড এইবাৰ বিকজ অফ দ্য কুৱেশ্যন পেটাৰ্ণ যোনটো মই এনালাইচিছ কৰোঁতে চাওঁতে মই দেখা পালোঁ যে যোনে বহুত ভালকৈ প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিছে সিহঁতৰ কাৰণে এখন পেপাৰ ইমান টান হ'ব নালাগে মোৰ মতে অ'কে উইচ অফ দ্য ফলোয়িং ষ্টেটমেণ্টছ কনচাৰ্ণিং লোকেশ্যন অফ countries in relation to the equator are not correct. Okay, not correct bli hodise kuntu not correct bli hodise not correct. Equator passes through Gabon, Congo, Uganda and Kenya. This is correct. Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines and Brunei are located north of the equator. This is also correct. The equator passes through Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela and Guyana. Ecuador through the pass kore. Okay, kintu Venezuela and Guyana dipla equator pass nokore, so this is wrong. ঠিক আছে the equator does not pass through Maldives and Indonesia, it passes through, does not pass through, no, it passes through, so this is also a wrong statement. So 3 and 4 are wrong statements, so the answer is D. বুঝাই বস্তুটো okay কিয় D হল গম পাইছা incorrect to খুজিছে, so incorrect is D option. Next, which of the following rivers that flow into Assam are originate from Bhutan? So Bhutanor পৰা কোনকিটা river originate হয়? So Bhutan যদি আমি চাও Bhutan মানে এখিনিৰ পৰা originate হয় এখিনিত আমি জানো যে এখিনিত মানস আছে সংকোচ আছে মানস আৰু সংকোচ ক'ত আছে মানস and সংকোচ বিট আছে so this is the answer. So you see তোমালোকে যদি basic geography অকমান জানা অকমান যদি ম্যাপখন যদি আঁকি লোৱা তোমালোকে আনসাৰটো ওলাই যায় actually. Okay, so here the answer is B. Consider the following statement. Marat Longri Wildlife Sanctuary situated in Dima Hasao district of Assam. This is not situated in Dima Hasao, this is in Karbi Anglong. Okay, this is wrong. Dihingpatka National Park is known as Amazon of the East. Sikna Jwala National Park is the 8th National Park of Assam. Aru this is true. Manas is the only biosphere reserve of Assam. Bortoman, this is only the biosphere reserve. So I would say answer is 2, 3 and 4, this is D. Okay, 2, 3 and 4, this is D. ঠিক আছে Next, match the following dress forms. Dress forms black match koribo dise. So Karbi, Dimasa, Boro and Rabha. So ami etu janu je Boro will be of course Dokhana. So 3 C to 3 code ase swa. C3 code ase. So yat C3 ase, yat C3 ase, yat C3 ase. A B aru D tumar C3 ase. Okay? A B or C D3 ase. Tapsat jodi tumi match kora Karbi tribes is matched with Pokok, Aru Dimasa tribe is matched with Rijapian, Aru Kambang is of the Rabha tribe. So here the answer will be B. ঠিক আছে traditional dress and attires. So মই আকু কৈছো ইমানখিনি কম টাইমিঙত আমি যিমান পাৰো আমি আনসাৰটো ওলাইছো যদি if you think that কি বুলি কয় তোমালোকৰ আনসাৰ কি অফিশিয়াল আনসাৰ কি কিবা বেলেগ দিয়া আছে প্লিজ চেক ইট okay match the following wildlife sanctuaries. So Pobitara, Holongpar, Dipper Bill, Chakrasila. Pobitara wildlife, of course we know it's the highest rhino density. Holongpar is a gibbon habitat. Dipper Bill is a Ramsar site and Chakrasila wildlife sanctuary golden langur pai. Okay, so here the answer is C. Okay, A2B4. Okay, so here the answer is C of question number 10. So next, which of the following pairs are incorrectly matched? So it mone rakhiba incorrectly matched hodise. So Hawaii juntu volcano ase it belongs to USA. This is true. Mount Fuji does not belong to Philippines, it is of Japanor hoy, so this is wrong. Barren Island India hoy, of course is true. Mayon juntu ase it is in Philippines. Okay, it is not Indonesia. So which of these are incorrect? 2 and 4 are incorrectly hodise. Okay, incorrectly matched bli hodise. So which of these are incorrect? 2 and 4 are incorrect. ঠিক আছে okay, consider following statements. Strait of Hormuz is a waterway connecting to the Persian and the Gulf of Oman. Okay, Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. Tarpisat Panama Canal connects the Atlantic Ocean via the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean. Of course, this is true. Karakum Channel is the major irrigation water supply located in Iran. So this Karakum Channel, it is not located in Iran, it is in Turkmenistan. Okay, it is in Turkmenistan, so this is wrong. Okay, Indira Gandhi Canal originates from the Harike Barrage and flows through Rajasthan, supplying water to the Thar Desert. This is true. Indira Gandhi Barrage report imen agoto ahise. Okay, agoto ahise, and this is also Strait of Hormuz ahise because it was in news. So 1, 2 and 4 is correct. 1, 2 and 4 I think so. A is correct. Yes, A. ঠিক আছে okay, so you see but I don't know iman confuse koribo karone iman beshi options bhul dia nai kya. So jodi tat goi pele je tumalke nije confuse hoisa, that is a different thing, but overall sabo gole this time the options look very difficult, but jodi eliminate kori dia tete it becomes very easy. Okay, monsoon winds always blow from land to sea during summer. Land to sea summer blow nokore, from sea to land blow kore. Okay, sea to land he karone moisture loi jay, so this is wrong. Bay of Bengal branch brings rainfall to northeast India. This is true. El Nino leads to weaker monsoon rainfall in India. This is also true. Tamil Nadu receives most of its rainfall during the northeast monsoon. This is also true. So 2, 3 and 4 are correct. This is D. You see, মই কৈ আছো অকল এটা options are correct ভুল হয় in all these. Okay, which reference the forest cover of India. Consider the following statement. Madhya Pradesh is the largest forest cover in terms of area. Mizoram has more than 40% forest cover and India's more than 40% forest cover. Indian State of Forest reports that India's total forest cover is 21.76% of the country's total geographic area. India's forest cover is unevenly distributed across states. Okay, unevenly distributed. So this is of course unevenly distributed. Hoy Madhya Pradesh has the largest forest cover. Okay, Mizoram has more than Mizoram has more than 80% forest cover. This is also true. Madhya Pradesh is the largest forest cover in terms of area. Sorry. 2 and 4. 3 and 4. More than 80% of মানে ইয়াত কৈছে 80% forest cover into কৈছে country 80% নহয়. So this is not true. So A2 is also correct. 21% of the country's total geographical area. So here 1, 3 and 4 will be correct. Okay, let me just check kiman percent Bortoman India's total forest cover kiman ase, then I will just know India's total forest cover. Yes, this is true. It is true hoy. Okay, it is true hoy. So it seems je gutte kitai true hoy. 1, 2, 3, 4 all are true. This is answer here will be A. Okay, A. Moi A to dekhai nasilo je A je option ase. Okay, so gutte kita correct hoy. A2 correct hoy. A2 Mizoram 85% ase. A2 correct hoy. Unevenly distributed hoy. So all are correct. 1, 2, 3 and 4 all are correct. Okay, this answer is A. So now যদি ocean current আৰু ocean name, Gulf Stream Atlantic Ocean at pai, of course. Kuroshio current is in the Pacific Ocean. Benguela current is also in the Benguela current is in the Atlantic Ocean. Aru Peru current is not in the Southern Ocean, it's in the Pacific Ocean. So which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Only 1 and 2 are correctly matched. This is A. ঠিক আছে? Only 1 and 2 are correctly matched. This is A. So next, Chief Minister's Green Fellowship. Chief Minister's Green Fellowship fund to ki asile. What is Chief Minister's Green Fellowship? Okay. Chief Minister's Green is creating skill and environmentally conscious youth, providing internship on environment sustainability and innovation solution for selected youth. Aru facilitating legislative policy training for select youth, enabling entry of youths from marginalized communities into environmental policy making. So Chief Minister's Green Fellowship for under gute kita ase. Okay, so this here will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. ঠিক আছে? So this is a very interesting Harry Chief Minister's Green Fellowship. Next, about transgender persons protection of right amendment bill. Bill has made some changes in definition of a transgendered person. Bill makes recommendation of designated medical board. This is true. Medical board mandatory for district magistrate issue a certificate of identity to porikha kori pele. Bill provide for reservation of transgender person into education institutions. This is not true. Okay, bill expands the ambit of offenses against transgender persons and increase the quantum of punishments. This is true. So 1, 2 and 4 is correct. This answer is B. ঠিক আছে? So identify the false statements বুলি কৈছে about lateral entry. Lateral entry বিষয়ে যোনটো আছে তাৰ false statements কোনকিটা হয় সুধিছে. Individuals with domain expertise and proven track record in relevant fields from the private sector, autonomous bodies or public sector undertakings are eligible to apply. This is true. Lateral entry must follow the existing norms and criteria of reservation policies. This is true. All lateral entrants are appointed for 3 years, which can be extended to 5 years. Women are given special emphasis. This is not true of the lateral system. So here, which of these are false বুলি কৈছে ন? So okay, women to নহয়, of course. আৰু Reservation policies or report নহব on reservation policies to eto apply নহয় because lateral system or beleg specialist hobo pare from any field. Okay, so that reservation nahe, so 2 and 4 are incorrect. The answer is B. Okay, Niti Ayogor juntu etu dia hoise yat mostly the answer which of the following is correct bli koise. On the objective is to foster cooperative federalism, allocation of resources to Niti Ayog foster nokore, governing council consists of a full time members of Niti Ayog and special invitees etu nohoy. Okay, etia so objective of Niti Ayog is to foster cooperative federalism. This is true. Okay, Atal Innovation Mission is a flagship initiative launched by Niti Ayog. Atal Innovation Mission to Niti Ayogor nohoy. Atal Tinkering Labs bli eta ase. Okay, Atal Tinkering Labs promote Atal Innovation Mission to hoy is foster, but etia yat e dutai correct hoy actually. So I don't know etot mane here answer kitu sabo lagibo because this is also true, foster cooperative federalism aru Atal Innovation Mission etu true hoy. Atal Tinkering Labs ase, Innovation Mission ase, but these two are B and D is wrong, but C and A both are correct. Etia depend kore etia jodi cooperative federalism noloy pele jodi competitive federalism hisabe loy tetia A to incorrect hobo or C to correct hobo, but C to actually correct hoy. Atal Innovation Mission is of the Niti Ayog. Thik ase, match the following schemes with key focus areas in list 1 to list 2. Okay, so Mukhyamantri Jiban Prerna Guru Dakshina scheme to whole Guru Dakshina scheme, financial assistance to non-provincial teachers. Mukhyamantri Pratibha Protosthan Yojana is for civil service aspirants. Orunodaya scheme is for poverty elevation. Aru Mukhyamantri Jiban Prerna scheme is for graduate students. Okay, so here jodi ami ekita match koro tetia hole it will be C. Okay, A2 B4 A2 B3 sorry B3 C4 D1. ঠিক আছে, so next, which of the following facts about national action plan for climate change are not true? Aku not true ahise. Original plan comprised of 9 key missions. This is true. Tar pisot 9 key so 9 key missions nohoy. This is false. This is 8 key missions. So automatically this is false. Rainwater harvesting mission is one of the initiatives. This is also not true. Not one of the initiatives. Sustaining Himalayan ecosystem, one of the core missions. National Action Plan for Climate Change, goals are in alignment with the UNFCCC. This is also true. So 1 and 2 is incorrect. Which of these are not true? So 1 and 2 is incorrect. Okay, answer is B. Which of the following statements about Act East policy kotha udise? East Asia Summit serves as the premier forum for strategic dialogue in the Asia Pacific region. Tapsat this is true. Kaladan multimodal transport involves sea, water, river and road routes. So Myanmar logot junto connect korise. Forum for Indo-Pacific Islands Cooperation extends India's reach to the Pacific Islands nation. This is true. Mekong Ganga Cooperation connects India with islands of Southeast Asian countries. This is not true. This connects mainland islands or logot nohoy, mainland or logot connect kore, mainland of Southeast Asian countries. So I don't know whether it is right or wrong, but I would just like to make a comment here. Juntu pattern dekha paisu, I'm thinking APSC might be using AI to cut these questions. Okay, because when you use AI to repeatedly set the same type of questions, এতিয়া AI কি কৰে অকল এটা অপশন হে ভুল থয়, ওকে, এন্ড বাকি তিনটা অপশন কারেক্ট হয়, ঠিক আছে। সো মোৰ গেছ হয় আৰু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ইজি যদি যিহেকে statements দিছে which is very obvious so most probably they might be doing that সেইকাৰণে এবাৰৰ পেপাৰখন অকমান বেলেগ হৈছে than the previous years papers okay Operation Magnitude. So ইয়াত কি কৰিছে chronological orderত arrange কৰিব দিছে chronological orderত arrange কৰিব দিছে Operation Magnitude, Spiling Buddha, Vijay and Galwan. So Operation Spiling first operation asile Spiling Buddha কেতিয়া আছিল 1974 Magnitude asile তোমাৰ 84 okay Operation Vijay asile 1999 Our Galwan Valley standoff is really recent, that is 2000. So, jodi ami hetu mote arrange koru, so first will be Operation no sorry. In the ascending order from time of their commencement. Time of their commencement or jodi koru, the first will be Operation Vijay. Operation Vijay, tapsot Operation Vijay pisot ahibo tumar Smiling Buddha. So 2314. 2314. Okay. Operation Smiling Buddha is related to the atomic test. Operation Vijay is, I think, it's a liberation of Goa. So liberation of Goa hoisile tapsot baki kita hoisile. So this will be first, our last will be this. Okay, so 2 is prothom, our 4 is last. Yate ase, this is A. Thik ase? Which are the following statements regarding the rules and provisions of Assam Panchayat Act 1994 are correct? Establishes a 3-tier system. This is true. Zila, Gram Sabha, Zila, Porikhod, Ancholik. Aru tapsat the acts provide reservation of seats and offices for the vice president Jila Parishad Anchalik President Anchalik Panchayat for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and women. Act outlines specific mandatory revenue sharing from hard market sales. So এই বস্তুটো কৰা নাছিলে কাৰণে এবাৰ Assam যোনটো amendment act আছিলে Assam Panchayat amendment act এটো মই মৰিয়াৰ মকটাছত দিয়া হৈছিলে এই বস্তুটোত a specific mandatory revenue sharing to dia hoisile. So here 1 2 and 4 are correct. The answer is A. 1 2 and 4 is correct. C is wrong. 3 is wrong. Okay, agote nasile kintu after this act a act to pasat notun ebar amendment hoisil 2025 tar pasat he a revenue sharing to ahisile. Okay, okay, so etia match list 1 with list 2. Justice Soumitra Saikia Commission Soumitra Saikia Commission is for death of Jubin Garg. Okay, Justice Anima Hazarika is for the extrajudicial investigation. Justice K.N. Saikia Commission is for protection of rights of indigenous people, and Hari Shankar Brahma Committee is for the coal mining tragedy in the Dima Hasao district. Okay, here the answer is D. ঠিক আছে, so ekita commissions agoteo ahise. In 2025-26 budget, Indian government sought to promote AVGC, animation, visual effects, gaming and comics as part of the country's kuntu A, B, C, D. So this is the orange economy. Orange economy is related to the creative industries. So creative industries a budget orange economy boost koribo karone the heri dia hoise. Mostly the influencers and the social media aru visual effects, animation ekhini bostu boost koribo karone. President of India summons, prorogues and dissolves the legislature. What does prorogue mean? Prorogue mane ki? To terminate the sitting, to terminate the session, to adjourn the sitting, sine die, none of the above. So prorogue mane hol to terminate a session. Eta sitting nohoy, but eta just session eta session eta prorogue koribo karone man terminate koribo karone prorogue kora hoy. Thik ase? So answer is B. 10th schedule of the Constitution. 10th schedule of the Constitution as amended by the Constitution 91st Amendment Act 2003. A merger between political parties shall be exempted from disqualification on grounds of defection if if কেতিয়া হ'ব exempted from disqualification only if not less than 2/3 of the members of legislative party agree to such a merger. Okay, 2/3 member jodi agree kore tetiahe it is exempted from the 10th schedule. Okay, anti-defection law. With reference to the Supreme Court of India, consider the following statements and identify the incorrect answer. Incorrect bli koise de. Supreme Court of India was established under Article 124. It came to existence 26 January 1950. Original constitution provided for 1 Chief Justice and 7 PUC judges. Proceedings of the Supreme Court are conducted only in Hindi. Of course, tumalake jana it is not proceedings. Which of these are incorrectly koise? So ki hobo? It is not conducted only in Hindi. So you see মানে এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ষ্টেটমেণ্ট দিলে বহুত অবভিয়াছ হৈ যায় মানে এইকেইটাৰ পৰা যেতিয়া তুমি অনলি ইন হিন্দী বুলি দেখা পাবা অনলি এক্সট্ৰিম মডাৰেট ষ্টেটমেণ্টছ দেখা পোৱাৰ লগে লগে ইউ নো ডেট অফক'ৰ্ছ ইংলিছতো হয় অ'কে কনচিডাৰ ফলোইং ষ্টেটমেণ্টছ ৰিগাৰ্ডিং সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্ট অফ ইণ্ডিয়া যোনটো মেটা প্লেটফৰ্ম আৰু হোৱাটছএপৰ যোনটো আছিলে তাত যোনটো assertion regionৰ question হয় so court issued a stern warning to meta platforms characterizing their data sharing practices under the 2021 privacy policy as a decent way of committing theft of private information. Reason the court held a take it or leave it approach to user agreements ensure that digital consent is effectively gathered through an implicit and assumed acceptance of terms. Here this A is correct, both A and R is right and R is the correct explanation for A. Okay, so this is correct. Assertion region. The Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023. Besides this High Court, High Courts and courts, kunkita not classified as one of the criminal courts. So Lok adalats are not criminal courts. Okay, baki kitat criminal black try hobo pare kin Lok adalats are not classified as one of the criminal courts in the state. ঠিক আছে The land customs stations so jot customs duta country majot jot customs setup kora thake land borderat tat ami koise ohomor kunkita hatisar sutarkandi more borosora ekita kunkita ki boli koy states ot ase koise and koise which of these are correct matching from the list etia yat Hatisar and Sutarkandi এই দুটা অসমত আছে ওকে কিন্তু মৰে আছে মণিপুৰত মণিপুৰ আৰু বছৰা আছে তোমাৰ মেঘালয় এমএলত ঠিক আছে so these are not correctly matched only 1 and 2 are correctly matched this is B ঠিক আছে এই মৰে ইন মণিপুৰৰ পৰা ম্যানমাৰ যায় ওকে একাৰণে PVTGs or এইটো question repeat question আগৰবাৰো আহিছিলে pre agriculture level of technology low level idea of identifying so a gutte kita criteria of identifying PVTGs declining stagnant population economic backwardness etu last year aise je last year jodi PYQs korisa tetia hole etu tumalokor common pori jabo okay tarpsat Indian constitution special provisions under part 21 to articles 371 to 371H so North Eastern states blakor karone kunkita special article dia hoise aru kunkita article A B C D 71A 71 371B 371C 71G okay kunkita states logot match kora boli koise so yat A to hol Nagalandor aru B hol Assamor okay C hol Manipur aru G hol Mizoram okay so here if you see the answer is C ঠিক আছে তো এইটা I think so ইয়াৰ ওপৰত আমি warrior mock test question দিছিলো তো এতিয়া এটো অসমৰ স্কিমছ অৰুণোদয় স্কিম আসাম আৰোগ্য নিধি স্কিম শহীদ কুশল কোঁৱৰ সৰ্বজন বৃদ্ধা পেঞ্চন আঁচনি কনকলতা মহিলা সবলীকৰণ যোজনা সো মানে মই কৈছো না এয়া ইউজ কৰিছে এটো অফ কোৰ্স তোমালোকে জানা ন এটো বৃদ্ধা পেঞ্চন আঁচনি দিয়া আছে যে পেঞ্চন স্কিমে হ'ব ন এটো গম পাইছা না বস্তুটো তাৰছত কি বুলি কয় পভাৰ্টি এলিভেশ্যন প্ৰগ্ৰাম ফৰ মান্থলি ফাইনেন্সিয়েল এচিষ্টেন্স আমি হেতু জানো সব অৰুণোদয় হয় Okay, financial assistance treatment of serious disease arogya nidhi disease arogya nidhi so etu tumar B hobo etu A hobo pension scheme to etu hobo tumar C aru etu mahila hobolikaran yojana to hobo SSG dia to blockpoti baido D so you see bahut মই হেকাৰণে কৈছো এবাৰ কাট অফ বহুত হাই যাব মানে ওকে কাট অফ বহুত হাই যাব ইয়াৰ আনসাৰ ইজ C ওকে C হয় আনসাৰ কাট অফ বহুত হাই যাব এবাৰ গুডস এন্ড সার্ভিসেস ট্যাক্স গুডস এন্ড সার্ভিসেস ট্যাক্সত কোন কিটা মানুহ থাকে সো মোস্টলি ইট থাকে ফাইনান্স মিনিষ্টাৰ মিনিষ্টাৰ অফ ষ্টেট ফাইনান্স এণ্ড ষ্টেট ফাইনান্স মিনিষ্টাৰ্ছ সো ফাইনান্স মিনিষ্টাৰ Minister of State for Finance আৰু Finance Ministers of all the states and union territories within the legislatures এই সকল থাকে তোমাৰ Goods and Services Taxৰ GST যোনটো কাউন্সিল হয় তাত থাকে ঠিক আছে ওকে সো কেনেকুৱা লাগিছে তোমালোকৰ আই হোপ তোমালোকে অলপ ভাল কৰিছা এবাৰ So if you are liking this session comment koriba okay comment koriba aru don't forget cut off to janibo karone amar cut off prediction ta dibo karone moi eta cut off tentative cut off for form ekhon disu google form ekhon description ot ase ei video tor please tale goi play moi comment to pin kori dim please tale goi play tumalokor cut off to di diba okay form khon fill up kori diba so that ami correct prediction ta dibo paru as many entries jimane entries pam ami himane aru correct prediction dibo parim ঠিক আছে okay so ramsar sites kundila ramsar sites india t ase tampara lake pala wetland ansupa lake rudrasagar lake so here 2 and 4 pala 2 and 4 এই দুটা হল এই দুটা রামসার সাইড এটো ত্রিপুরাত আছে আর পালা ওয়েটল্যান্ড তোমার আছে মিজোরামত ওকে কিন্তু এইকিটা নর্থ ইস্টত নাই সো 2 and 4 আর ইন দ্য নর্থ ইস্ট ঠিক আছে সো ইট ইজ এ ভেরি গুড কোয়েশ্চন অ্যাকচুয়ালি এবাৰ মানে অসম সেন্ট্রিক খুদিয়া নাই হতে অকমান টুৱাৰ্ডছ নর্থ ইস্টৰ ফালে গুছি গৈছে সাস্টেইনেবল ডেভেলপমেন্ট ওয়াজ কোড আহিছিলে ইট ওয়াজ পপুলাৰাইজড বাই দ্য ব্ৰুণ্ডটলেণ্ড কমিশন এ বহুতে মই দেখিছো ইউএন এনভায়ৰনমেন্ট প্ৰগ্ৰাম মাৰিছে বাট ইট ইজ নহয় ব্ৰুণ্ডটলেণ্ড কমিশনে ফাৰ্স্ট দিছিলে SDG Sustainable Development Goals নহয় Sustainable Development or concept Brundtland Commission the answer is A okay so next which of the following statements are correct many economists argue that weak institutional structures are fundamental cause for underdevelopment institutions are the humanly devised constraints that shape human interaction this is of course true humans black display institutions bonwa hoy weak institution structure hole under development hobo economic incentives black bahut influence kore aru extractive institutions mane hol jun blake dukhia manhor pra bostu ulai ba rent ulai ba property rights violation kore aru long term economic development to hinder kore this is also true so here all of these are true 1 2 3 and 4 all are true okay so this মানে দেখাত বহুত টাফ হয় কোয়েশ্চন তো বাট একচুয়ালি গুটে কিটা কারেক্ট হয় ঠিক আছে so এটো ইনকারেক্টলি ম্যাচ which of these are incorrectly match হদিছে so these are all growth theories মই এটা ক্লাস কৰাইছো even you will find a session on these theories because last time আহিছিলে Rostow's model আহিছিলে so human development approach মাহবুবুল হকে কৰিছিলে okay human development approach international monetary fund e কৰা নাছিলে মাহবুবুল হক আৰু আমাৰ্ত্য সেন of the UNDP not the IMF okay আমাৰ্ত্য সেন আৰু মাহবুবুল হকে কৰিছিলে so which of these are incorrectly matched 4 is incorrectly matched ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে 4 is incorrectly matched তাৰপিছত স্বৰ্ণা জয়ন্তী Sahari Rozgar Yojana aims at creating what opportunity in urban areas self employment skill training livelihood wage employment so it focuses on self employment wage employment and skill development in urban areas okay so livelihood or karone nohoy but baki kita self employment skill training or wage employment or karone কৰা হয় স্বৰ্ণ জয়ন্তী সাহাৰী रोजगार योजना so 1 2 and 4 is correct ঠিক আছে and the following in chronological order so কোনকিটা একিটা হল poverty লাইনৰ কাৰণে definitions দিছিলে একিটা কমিটি যে so first committee to asle alak committee in 79 followed by Lakdawala committee in 93 Tendulkar committee in 2009 aru Rangarajan committee in 2012 okay it 19 to 2000 so here the correct answer will be A 1324 A ঠিক আছে State Rural Livelihoods Mission so eto bahut odbhut palo mo question to keneke gom pam baro State Rural Livelihood Mission ketia pra hoy but the answer is apparently November 11 2011 so eto check koriba ebar okay check kori loba but this is the answer I don't know eto kyo eto question this is not a very good question Nipun Bharat Mission associated with so it is a classical AI question is so option kita bhitor eto option sabase digholia hoy so this is the correct option mane okay when AI cuts papers jeti AI reply jeti MCQs kate etia mane AI eta option bahut digholia ke dide and that is the correct option always so yapar tumi gomme paba je Nipun Bharat of course foundation literacy and numeracy বুঝছেনে বসৰু একাৰণে কৈছো question setters of APSC this time these are very lazy people ever Stand Up India scheme specifically targets inclusive entrepreneurships among inclusive entrepreneurs Stand Up India whole mostly scheduled tribes scheduled caste aru women report ঠিক আছে next critical challenge faced by social sector situations in Kisan and PM Kisan and PM Awas Yojana key lack of political will to implement the schemes nohoy difficulties in accurately identifying and targeting eligible beneficiaries due to land record complexity exclusion errors and lack of digital literacy universal rejection of the scheme by targeted population lack of trained administrative staff in rural areas so I don't think so this is true eta akoswa number B option to swa kiman digholia hoy dekhse na B option dekhse kiman digholia hoy it is the correct option so this question on this is AI okay this is AI setting questions for APSC now ঠিক আছে choose the correct option choice of scientist and a related discovery Charles Robert Darwin is related to national selection not taxonomy Edward Osborne is not related to national selection it is Charles Darwin Louis Linnaeus to eto beleg eta growth theory eta asile biology aru Norman Myers biodiversity hotspots a term to teo coin korisile so biodiversity class this was the first thing that we teach Norman Myers terming the term biodiversity hotspot most critical pathway of industrial pollution so yato sabotse dighol kundu secondary deposition into soil and water bodies this is the answer okay this is the answer ঠিক আছে okay very strange next tropical rainforests in India are mostly distributed tropical rainforest kot paba tumi Assam it is a good question Assam Arunachal Sikkim Assam Arunachal Nagaland Sikkimot rainforest nai kya tropical rainforest but yes Nagaland ase so Assam Arunachal to of course ase so this is the correct answer D ঠিক আছে why species diversity on earth is highest in the tropical region very few predators nohoy no interspecific competition nohoy stable climatic condition receiving high solar energy which contributes to greater diversity and productivity high variation in environmental condition this is not true but this is true okay greater diversity and productivity or high solar energy pai hekarone khub beshi gos goje khub beshi solar energy kini use hoy okay stable climatic conditions thake ঠিক আছে বেছি টেম্পারেচার রেঞ্জ তো বেছি নহয় হে কারণে হয় নেক্সট এতিয়া ওয়ান হর্ন রাইনোসরাস হোয়াইট উইং উড ডাক গোল্ডেন রাঙ্গুর রিসার্চ মাকাও কোনকিটা কনজারভেশন স্ট্যাটাস টু কেনেকুৱা হয় কনজারভেশন স্ট্যাটাস কিটা দিয়া হোৱা নাই ওকে ওয়ান হর্ন রাইনোসরাস সো কনজারভেশন স্ট্যাটাস যোনকিটা আছিলে এটো মই কৈ দিছো one-horned rhinoceros is vulnerable white-winged mook duck is endangered golden langur is also endangered and rhesus macaw is the least concern okay so here the answer will be A okay my options kita list khon moi dia nai 1 2 3 4 enke asile but here the option will be A ঠিক আছে Union government has designated various waterways National Waterway 2 to hold Dhubri to Hodia first National Waterway 1 to hold between I think so Gangar uport ase Calcutta to Allahabad tenekwa dhonor Calcutta to Allahabad to Patna na ki tenekwa dhonor asile that is Waterway 1 this is Waterway 2 ঠিক আছে Dhubri to Hodia Waterway 2 hoy the biogeographic zones in India total 10 biogeographic zones ase and 26 provinces here answer is A okay which of the following GI tag fruits are incorrectly paired please koise incorrectly paired with the state Kaji Nemu Assam this is true Khasi Mandarin of course Meghalaya Memong Narang Nagaland Tamelong orange it is not Manipur if I am not sorry Memong Narang is not Nagaland Tamelong orange is Manipur Memong Narang is of course again from Meghalaya so this is incorrectly matched ঠিক আছে okay next Indian knowledge systems mane hol traditional and holistic wisdom and practices India jonblak traditional holistic practices ase hekhiniye hol tumar Indian knowledge systems aru hetu conserve koribo karone a traditional knowledge system bli amar eta government eta initiative ulaise jot e gute khini amar jonblak knowledge system traditionally jonblak amar pass on hoi thake hekhini jate ami repository eta store kori thoi dibo paru okay Indian State of Forest reported which northeastern state has the highest percentage of forest cover in relation to its total geographical area so all of there agote koiso this is Mizoram 85% man hoy so ei agoto se so duta question ekata bostu topic or uporte dise okay duta question etia LPG upor hudise LPG news out asil bahut it consists mainly of methane okay methane dasat ethyl mercaptan is added for leak detection of course junto gunhai je gela gunhai eto ethyl mercaptan hoy burns with a blue flame this is also true so but it consists of methane no hoy it is butane and propane okay so 2 and 3 are incorrect B ঠিক আছে so jodi tumalake first time ahi asa first time login korisa first time ahi play yat saisa amar hedu subscribe kori diba subscription kori diba because we'll come up with mains content after a few days ako moi remind korisu please fill in the cut off junto form khon disu description ot ase ekon please fill up kori diba which of the following are applications of ultrasonic waves cleaning parts located hard to reach places detecting cracks and flaws in metal blocks echocardiography this is also true okay aru etu true hoy so 1 2 and 3 all are correct gute kita correct hoy ultrasound use kore pele gute kita use hoy this is echocardiography is ECG junto heart or junto ECG hoy etu which of the following are the reasons for using mercury thermometer does not stick to the glass tube aru it's good conductor of heat it is opaque and shining okay it has a high boiling point hoy ne yes it has a high boiling point ঠিক আছে so hetu karone thermometer ami mercury use koro 1 2 3 and 4 all are correct C ঠিক আছে so 40 more to go semiconductors are the foundation semiconductors code use hoy computers smartphones integrated circuits transistors solar bulbs LED e gute kita use hoy কিন্তু a torch batteries electric bulbs ot use no hoy computer smartphone siki ase gramophone ot use no hoy corrugated roof panels ot use no hoy so this is the correct answer B ঠিক আছে refractive index is 1.8. Science question ahi gol. So speed of light is greater in ice than in water because refractive index of ice is lesser than that of water, so speed of light is greater in ice hobo. Speed of light is same in ice and water boli koise. It is not same in ice and water, tun nohoy. Ratio of speed of light in air that of water is equal to 1.33. This is true. Okay, aru speed of light in air is 1.31 times the speed of light in ice, so this is also true. ঠিক আছে, so here the answer is C. ঠিক আছে, এটো সায়েন্সৰ বেসিক কোৱেশ্চন. নেক্সট এতিয়া এটো চোৱা, এটো হল 6.22022 into 10 to the power 23. 6.02 in 10 to the power 23. This is known as mole. This is known as 1 mole. Okay, so it is what 6.22 aru 10 to the power 23. So hekarne this is the mole day. Okay, etuk a number tuk mole bli koy. 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 etu chemistry hoy. So hekarne mo koisu ji hokole 11 12 ot chemistry porise hiot he paribo. Okay, so it's I don't know bahut odbhut kyo etu dibon lagisle actually baki blake digdari pabo etu. Mass of the object is 6 kg. So moonot kiman hobo? What would its weight when measured on the surface of the moon? Moonot jodi heri kore tetia earthor 1/6 hoy jay, 1/6 hoy jay moonot. ঠিক আছে, so jodi 6 kg hoy tetia hole moonot hoy jabo 1/6 is 9.8. so mane enekwa hoy earthot a heri to weight hol 6 kg into 9.8. Okay, 9.8 meter per second square, 6 kg. So etu mane hol 6 into 9.8 newton. Etu hol weight. This is known as the weight actually. Okay, etu earthot moonot hobo yar 1/6. 1/6 of this is 1/6 into 6 into 9.8 newton is equal to 9.8 newton. The answer is 9.8 newton. এইটো ফিজিক্সৰ অংক হয়, এইবিলাক 11 12ত যদি ফিজিক্স কোনবাই কাবাৰ আছে সিহঁতেহে পাৰিব. অ'কে, চ' আই ফিল বেড ফৰ দ্য কমাৰ্চ এণ্ড আৰ্টছ ষ্টুডেণ্ট. আই থিংক চ' কোনোবাই অকণমান ইউ শুড ৰাইট, লিখিব লাগে এইবিলাক বস্তু হেৰিত নিউজ পেপাৰত. Oozing of water droplets from tips or edges of leaves are usually at night is known as transpiration, guttation, diffusion or evaporation. So this is known as guttation. ৰাতি যোনটো নিয়ৰ নহয় একচুৱেলি লিভছবিলাকৰ চাইডে চাইডে অকণমান পানী থাকে, that is known as guttation. Okay, which of the following statements are best related to Lachit 1? Lachit 1 to কি হয়? Lachit 1 was a satellite. অসমৰ ফাৰ্ষ্ট ছেটেলাইট যোনটোক লঞ্চ কৰিব দিছিলে কিন্তু এইটো ফেইল হ'ল. এয়াৰ বেছড ড্ৰোন ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ নহয়, ছেটেলাইট লঞ্চ এব্ৰড PSLV C2 মিছন. This is true. Student developed experimental satellite built in Assam. This is true. I think so Don Bosco University বনাইছিলে. Super computer installed in IIT Guwahati নহয়, so it was 2 and 3 C. Okay, Assamese language recognized as a classical language in 2024. Recognition came from Central Institute of Indian Languages in Mysuru. Recognition enables to establish a central university for Assamese language. Recognition facilitates the establishment of an advanced center for classical Assamese language. As a result of the recognition, Assam Sahitya Sabha will be receiving financial grant from the government of India directly. So I'm a bit unsure about this Harry, but mostly I know that recognition facilitates establishment of an advanced center for Assam classical language. This is true. So C is true, but I don't think so these are true. Okay, so this will be C only, but please check. Please check this question. Okay, this is answer 60, question number 66. মোৰ মতে এইটো 3 only হ'ব লাগে, but তোমালোকে এটা চেক কৰি ল'বা হেৰিত মেইন যোনটো আনসাৰ কি আহিব তাত চেক কৰি ল'বা. Rock cut temple, Bhubaneswari temple, Mahabhairav temple, Ghanshyam temple. Ghanshyam temple basically dole hoy. Okay. So Mahabhairav temple ase of course Tezpurot. Okay. Rock cut temple ase I think so Maibong. Okay. Joysagarot Ghanshyam temple hobo. Bhubaneswari temple is in Guwahati near Kamakhya Mandir. So here the answer is B. A3, B2, B4, C2 আৰু D1 ঠিক আছে Mayank Chakraborty কিয়ন হেৰিত আছিলে he was because first time for Assam and Northeast India he was a chess grandmaster okay first chess grandmaster this answer is A sportsor eta question ahise ebar aro eta pam FIFA World Cup monumental work compiled and edited by G.A. Greason published in 1904 known as LSI was the linguistic survey of India this is B ঠিক আছে Consider names of former chief minister of Assam etia ek ejoner bhitor hudise kunjon Who among them were once the Speaker of Legislative Assembly of Assam too? So Assam Legislative Assembly jodi tumi speaker swa Assam Legislative Assembly speaker je swa ya hole Mahendra Mohan Chaudhary asile tapsot Jogendranath Hazarika asile tapsot Keshav Gogoi nasile Honorable Timer nasile So here 1 and 2 here answer is C ঠিক আছে তো তোমালকে গৈ প্লে সালে গম পাই যাবা মহেন্দ্ৰ মোহন চৌধুৰী আছিলে তাৰপিছত যোগেন্দ্ৰনাথ হাজৰিকা আছিলে আৰু বাকি কিজন নাছিলে কেশৱ গগৈ আৰু অনৰা টাইমৰ নাছিলে ওকে so it's a very good question এটো ভাল কোৱেশ্চন আছিলে with the following civilian honors ভূপেন হাজৰিকাক কোনটা civilian honors দিয়া হৈছিলে পদ্মশ্ৰী পদ্মভূষণ পদ্মবিভূষণ আৰু ভাৰত ৰত্ন so ইয়াত ভাৰত ৰত্ন is correct আৰু পদ্মবিভূষণ which should Bharat Ratna to correct hoy of course we know this is D during his lifetime acha okay during his lifetime hole নহবা Bharat Ratna to posthumously hoise so etu to nohoy during his lifetime I think so he was awarded Padma Shri asile na let me see But Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan. Bharat Ratna or Padma Vibhushan during his lifetime poan asile. Baki ekita during his lifetime paisile so 1 and 2 hobo. ঠিক আছে during his lifetime হৈছে মানে জিআই থকা অৱস্থাত Padma Shri আৰু Padma Bhushan পাইছিলে So etu aku books and authors comprehensive history of Assam is a comprehensive history of Assam the comprehensive history of Assam in the days of the company Thai and the Thai kingdoms okay so this is very interesting so here the answer is B jot A 3 etu to ami sobe jano comprehensive history of Assam Sonata Borwa So B2 whole 4 Heram HK Borpujari the comprehensive history of Assam eto bahut ketaman volumes ase HK বৰপূজাৰী তাৰপিছত তোমাৰ আহে C1 সূৰ্য কুমাৰ ভূঞা আসাম ইণ্ডিয়াছ কোম্পানী টাই এণ্ড টাই কিংডম পদ্মেশ্বৰ গগৈ ঠিক আছে এইকেইটা বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় ইন ৰেচপেক্ট টু আসাম হিষ্ট্ৰী দ্য ষ্ট্ৰেট অফ হৰমুজৰ ওপৰত ষ্ট্ৰেট অফ হৰমুজ কনচিডাৰ দ্য ফলোয়িং ষ্টেটমেণ্টছ both USA and Iran share the ownership of the Strait of Hormuz হয়নে both Iran and Oman have geographical control over the Strait of Hormuz with the proximity of the strait USA Iran Israel Iran war is being fought for the control of the Strait of Hormuz this is not true okay waterway between Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman this is true okay so USA and Iran share the of course USA does not share but this is true and this is true Oman aru herir majothe ase etu ora Iranor majothe ase Strait of Hormuz and hiyote control kore etu thik ase so now dance matching the dance with the tribes Wangala dance is of the Garo okay C1 code ase C1 is in D okay so A is 3 Rabhar Parkanti dance aru B is 4 Bahuwa dance is of the Sonwal Kacharis and Langkhun dance is of the Tiwas thik ase samhati of the neo Vaishnavism of Aman kundu samhati hoy ei hotro kita ei jun kita hotro mention kora ase so yat Brahma samhati to hol Aunati hotro Purush samhati to hol Mayamara hotro Nika samhati to hol tumar Narawa hotro আৰু কাল সম্মতিটো হল তোমাৰ কমলাবাৰী সত্ৰ ঠিক আছে so here the answer will be B ঠিক আছে so Chipko movementor কোন আছিল মেইন হেড সুন্দৰলাল বহুগুণা নৰ্মদা বচাও আন্দোলন মেধা পাটকৰ আৰু বাবা আমতে তাৰপিছত বাকি তোমাৰ 3A3 কোড আছে A3 এই দুটা আছে আৰু তাৰপিছত B4 কোড আছে ইয়াৰ আছে আনসাৰ উইল বি C ঠিক আছে তুমি যদি এইটো জানা চিপকৰ নৰ্মদা পেছন আছে বাকি কিটা আপিকো মুভমেন্টটো C is to Panduranga Hedge আৰু জঙ্গল বাছা আন্দোলন is Singhom tribes ঠিক আছে so this is answer is C Indian classic Godan কোন আছিলে মুন্সি প্ৰেমচন্দ গাইড আৰকে নাৰায়ণ তাৰপিছত দেৱদাস শৰৎ চন্দ্ৰ চট্টোপাধ্যায় আৰু গোৰা is of Rabindranath Tagore okay so here answer will be B ঠিক আছে so etu books and authors but of Indian authors so this is a very important both interesting questions Kolong Bargang I Krishna Belseri Manas Disang Dikrong Jhanji Kakodonga two groups North Bank or South Bank Kolong is South Bank Borgang is North Bank Borgang amar osorote ase then Manas is North Bank Dikrong is North Bank okay Jhaji is South Bank Krishna I think so it has some on North Bank tributaries at কোন কোন আছে 2 আছে North Bank tributaries at 2 3 5 6 8 so 2 আছে অকল ডিতে আছে so যদি তুমি বৰগাংটো যদি নৰ্থ বেংকৰ আছে বুলি জানা বৰগাং যদি নামটোৰ পৰা তুমি গেছ কৰিব পাৰিছা ঠিক আছে so তুমি এটো গেছ কৰিব পাৰিবা যে this will be D okay so ইয়াত সাউথ বেংকত 1 4 7 9 10 1 4 yes 7 disangto of course South Bank 7 9 and 10 Kakodonga আর বাকি কিটা নর্থ ব্যাংক ওকে জাজি আছে শিৱসাগৰত ডিক্ৰং আছে তোমাৰ বান্দৰদোৱা দিচাং আছে তোমাৰ শিৱসাগৰত সো সাউথ বেংক বৰগাং আছে তোমাৰ নিয়াৰ বিশ্বনাথ চাৰিআলি নৰ্থ বেংক ওকে কলং আছে তোমাৰ মৰিগাঁৱত ওকে নগাঁৱত সো এটো সাউথ বেংক ওকে United Nations Security Council reflects contemporary geopolitical realities. So, it does not reflect. G20 includes countries reflecting a major share of global GDP and population. IMF provide long-term development financing to low-income countries. This is true. So, which of these are correct? 2 and 3 are only correct. Because UN Security Council contemporary geopolitical realities to reflect nokore. মানে এতিয়াও তাত এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিছু মেম্বাৰ্ছ আছে যোনখিনিয়ে এনাফ পপুলেশ্যন ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্ট নকৰে 17 Bridge Summit held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi made certain suggestions as listed below. Making the supply chain of critical minerals secure and resilient, promoting responsible use of AI, establishing unified BRICS military force for regional security, setting up of a science and research repository. But এইটো বস্তু কেতিয়াও নহয় in BRICS. Okay, so বাকি কিটা কিন্তু 1 2 and 4 will be there 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 4 আছে তো see okay 1 2 and 4 will be there বাকি কিটা নহয় ঠিক আছে বাকি কিটা হয় on the BRICS summit আসলে কিটা India imports more than 85% of crude oil. Crude oil, Russia is the largest supplier of crude oil to India. India's strategic petroleum reserves can cover about 9 days emergency. Our oil marketing companies also separately maintain reserve for 2 months requirement of the country. So here all are correct. Gutte kita correct hoy with regard to India and crude oil. So here answer is D. Okay. Next, direct air capture. Direct air capture to ki hol capture kori pele carbon dioxide to storage kori pele tolat thoi dibo enake carbon dioxide to komai this is a way of carbon sequestration okay carbon to enake capture kori pele direct air capture kori pele thoi dibo thik ase green climate fund is not true kuntu not true boli hodise green climate fund largest climate finance in the world receives funding for projects under Green Climate Fund. This this fund was established in the framework of UNFCCC. Headquarters is in Geneva. Geneva nohoy, it is in Incheon. Incheon, South Korea. Okay, this is wrong. Which of these are not true? So D is not true. ঠিক আছে? Consider the following statements about quantum computers, quantum computing. Okay. So, আচ্ছা যিসকলে চাই আছা তোমালোকে মই আকো কৈছো তোমালোকে কিন্তু মেইন আনসাৰ কিটোৰ লগত কম্পেয়াৰ কৰিবা দিস ইজ জাস্ট মাই এনালাইসিস মই যিমানখিনি সোনকালে পাৰো তোমালোকক অকমান আইডিয়াজৰ মানে তোমালোকৰ অকমান আইডিয়া দিব কাৰণে মই আনসাৰছখিনি উলাই দিছো ভুলু থাকিব পাৰে ওকে মোস্টলি কাৰেন্ট এফেয়াৰ্সৰ বস্তুবিলাক বা যোনলা অকমান ইউ নো অকমান কনফিউজিং হয় তাত মোস্টলি ভুল থাকিব পাৰে বাকিখিনি যোনখিনি সিটাৰ্স হয় এখিনি আই ডোন্ট থিংক সো there is something wrong it is rapidly advancing field quantum computing er kotha hodise rapidly and advancing field that uses quantum mechanics to process information using qubits instead of binary bits. Many computer giants in the world are competing to produce working models of quantum computers. Majorna 1 by Microsoft is the world's first quantum processor powered by topological qubits. So here this is also true. So 1, 2 and 3 all are true. ঠিক আছে? Major na 1. Let's see. So this is I think so correct. Okay. FIFA World Cup. FIFA World Cup or upor questions direct diye dile. Total of 32 teams are taking part in the tournament. So 32 teams now, total 48 teams. US, Canada and Mexico are jointly hosting. First time 3 nations are taking part in the FIFA World Cup. This is true. So answer is 2 and 3 B. Okay. Forty-eight teams. Okay. So now we're coming to the last part. Belgram ivories can be dated between 1st to 2nd century CE. 1st century to 2nd century CE. Belgram ivories. Belgram ivories to ki hoy baru? Belgram ivories are Afghanistan মানে হেৰি কৰিছে বিচাৰিছিলে ivory carvings হয় 1st to 2nd century Kushan dynasty যোনটো আছিলে তেওঁলোকৰ হয় so basically this is an art and culture question. Rock cut caves in Udayagiri and Khandagiri were carved out for the Jain monks. Okay, Jain monks or karone rock cut caves Udayagiri and Khandagirit. Okay, Jainism or karone by King Kharvelar সময়ত কৰা হৈছিলে. Bankshera inscription is under King Harshavardhana under কৰা হৈছিলে Bankshera inscription. তাৰপিছত River Saraswati is associated with the dried up Ghagar Hakra যোনটো river আছে, it's dried up riverbed. It is associated with that Ghagar Hakra. Inscriptions of early Assam. So this is Kumar Bhaskar Varmanor was associated with Dubi Grant or Nidhanpur Grant. So this is Dubi copper plates. Okay, Bhaskar Varmane heri korisile, issue korisile. Next, Indus Valley Civilization or Lothalat ki paisile? Dockyard. Okay, তাৰপিছত ধলাবিৰাত I think so plow পাইছিলে নেকি কালিবাগানত plow field পাইছিলে okay বানাৱালিত terracotta replica of a plow আৰু ধলাবিৰাত পাইছিলে 10 large signs of the script. So here the answer will be B. A2 B1. Okay, ধলাবিৰাত horse পাইছিলে I think the ধলাবিৰাত. তাৰপিছত Samsung Ingti related to modern Assam history. He played a crucial role in co-opting member of the Bordoloi subcommittee for the inclusion of the Karbis under 6th schedule. Okay, he encouraged the scattered Karbi groups to settle in the Mikir Hills to acquire government facilities. He advocated for complete separation of Karbi Anglong from state of Assam for form an independent Karbi state. He is known as the father of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. Okay, which of the following statements are correct? I think so. Kipara bhul ase yat. Ek second. I think so. The first is correct. Father of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. I don't think so. He is known as that. He is known as the father of the Karbi people. Okay, he is known as the father of Karbi people for uniting the Karbis. Okay. So here I would say this should be correct. He is known as father of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council noise, fathers of the Karbi people. So this will be 1, 2, and 3. ঠিক আছে? Rudrasingha wanted to conquer Bengal and extend his territory because he wanted to form a Hindu confederacy. He wanted to be all-powerful, supreme. Aru, he wanted to include a part of the river Ganga in his kingdom. Wanted to take revenge upon the Mughals. So mostly he wanted to form a Hindu confederacy. He wanted to be the all-powerful supreme ruler in India. Wanted to include a part of the river Ganga. Revenge upon the Mughals. Eto nohoy. So this is C. ঠিক আছে? But it is বহুত subjective নহয় জানো? Rudrasingha কি ভাবি আছিল আমি কেনেকৈ জানিম? হয়? Don't know. Raheef visited Coach behind 1585. Aru met benevolent King Naranayan as a benevolent monarch because according to him, Naranayan has established hospitals even for animals and birds, and they did not kill any living creatures. So animal hospital are not associated with Naranayan. Okay, eto I am not sure. Eto moi common information napalu. So this question tumalake sai loba mor mote eto hobo lage C. Okay, mor mote C hobo lage, but answer ki mote saba ki hoy moi Naranayan aru established hospitals or bikhoy moi eko napalu. So moi eto falsely dhorisu. A is true, B is false. But jodi true hoyo eto research kori pele sabo lagibo, and you know, you can check the answer key. You know, official answer key dibo already delay sake. So etia ekita heri koribo dise. Sukrangfa is Rudrasingha. Okay, B is 1. B1 code ase. B1. A2 Godarasingha. Sutanfa is C is 4, and Gorinath Singha is Suhit Pongfa. ঠিক আছে? So eto Ahom rulers and their names eto tumalake paribai. Nil Darponor upor question ahise. Nil Darpon was written by Dinabandhu Mitra, not Munshi Premchand. Portrayed the operation of Bengal peasants by the European indigo planters are written in 1860. It is 1, 3, and 4. ঠিক আছে? Nil Darpan eto UPSC to ahise. First propounder of the doctrine of passive resistance. So this is passive resistance was first popularized by Sir Aurobindo Ghosh. Okay, first propounder of passive resistance was Aurobindo Ghosh. তাৰ পিছতহে গান্ধীজীয়ে পপুলাৰাইজ কৰিলে এটো। নেক্সট মহাবীৰ was কিমান নম্বৰ তীৰ্থংকৰা? 24th and the final তীৰ্থংকৰা। 24th last তীৰ্থংকৰা বুলি কয় মহাবীৰক। Then we have the authors হেম সৰস্বতী, প্ৰহ্লাদ চৰিত্ৰ, বকুল কয়স্থ, কিতাবত মঞ্জৰী, I think so. So A2 B3 A. M Saraswati. A2 B3. Dutiram Hazarika, Kali Bharatar Buranji. D1. No, sorry, it's not hobo. Dutiram Hazarika is D1. D1 to ঠিক আছে। ঠিক আছে D1 ঠিক আছে। A হবে এটা। ওকে, A হবে এটা। French traveler Jean Baptiste Chevalier was visited Assam during the reign of Swargadev Rajeshwar Singha. Okay. Rajeshwar Singha. Okay, so we have come to the end of the session. Prelims this time more মই CSAT পেপাৰখন এতিয়ালৈকে চোৱা নাই বিকজ মই এখন পেপাৰ বনাই আছিলোঁ মই আগতে প্ৰেডিকশ্যন দিছিলোঁ যে CSAT পেপাৰ বহুত টান আহিব এণ্ড আই এম চিয়'ৰ বহুত টান আহিছে বিকজ এখন পেপাৰ ইজি আহিছে বিকজ ইমানখিনি মানুহক যদি হেৰি কৰিব লাগে এলিমিনেট কৰিব লাগে CSAT ইজ দ্য বেষ্ট অপশ্যন ত' CSATখন টান দি পেলাই এখন পেপাৰ ইজি দিলে সিহঁতৰ কামটো ইজি হৈ যায় ত' বাট ষ্টিল কাট অফ যোনটো ফৰ্ম আছে সেইখন ফিল আপ কৰিবা এইখন ইয়াত অফিচিয়েল আনচাৰ কি মতে কিমান স্ক'ৰ কৰিলে সেইটো জনাবা আমাক এণ্ড ইফ ইউ লাইক আৱাৰ চেনেল ইফ ইউ লাইক দ্য এনালাইচিছ বিগিনিঙৰ পৰা চাবা বিগিনিঙত মই আৰু কিছুমান কথা কৈছিলোঁ সেইখিনি চাব পাৰা এইটো মই লাইভটো বন্ধ কৰাৰ পিছত আমি মেইনছৰ কাৰণে মক টেষ্ট আনিম ফ্ৰম অগষ্ট এইবাৰ আমি বেছি মক টেষ্ট নানো এনেই আমি 24টা আনো এইবাৰ আমি 18টা আনিম বুলি ভাবিছোঁ 3টা ছেট আৰু 2টা এক্সট্ৰা টেষ্ট অন আছাম তো এতিয়ালৈকে 20টা মক টেষ্ট টোটেল আনিম তো ইফ ইউ অল হোপফুলি ক্লিয়াৰ প্ৰিলিমছ তেতিয়াহ'লে ইউ কেন এপ্লাই ফৰ ডেট আমাৰ মক টেষ্টটো বহুত ইউজফুল হয় বহুত দি পেলাই বহুত মানুহে আই এম চিয়'ৰ ৱাৰিয়াৰ মক টেষ্টৰ পৰা বহুত বস্তু কমন পৰিছে বহুত বস্তু জানা শুনা হৈছে জানিব পাৰিছে মানুহে So please subscribe and stay tuned. We are going to come up with a cutoff analysis once you finish filling up the form, cutoff form. Okay, tentative cutoff form. Description দিয়া আছে Google form এখন তাত গৈ পেলাই just তোমাৰ কিমান মাৰ্কস আহিছে সেইটো just দি দিবা. Okay, thank you so much.